Hello there, I hope you are doing well. This is a quick guide on how to complete the Devil's Lair Grandmaster Nightfall. I'll first show you our loadouts, followed by the strategies. Timestamps are in the description below. This Grandmaster contains barriers and overloads. All three shield types are present within the GM, with a threat being Arc. At the time of the recording, the surges were Arc and Strand. This could be different for you depending if you do the GM on the week it comes out or later on through your Conqueror title, so always double check what the surges are and match your subclasses or weapons to them. Moving on to loadouts, we had a Warlock running well for survivability combined with Phoenix Protocol to get super energy upon getting kills inside the well. The Hunter ran Mobius Quiver for clearing ads along with Orpheus Rigs to gain an extra super shot. The Titan ran Sentinel Shield for ad control combined with Ursa Furiosus to regain super energy and create orbs of power. Moving on to weapons, the Warlock ran a Wish Ender for stunning barriers along with a Trace Rifle for stunning overloads. They also ran a Heavy Linear for long range DPS. The Hunter ran a Quicksilver for stunning barriers combined with a Trace Rifle for stunning overloads. They too had a Heavy Linear for DPS. Finally, the Titan ran an Arbalest for stunning barriers along with a Scout for stunning overloads, and finally a Machine Gun for clearing out the ads. Now onto mods, starting with a class item. Run any of the mods to help reduce your ability cooldowns when using different abilities, or run Powerful Attraction to help collect nearby orbs. You could also run the mods Proximity Ward and Healthy Finisher to get your health back along with an Overshield when performing a finisher. For leg armor, you can run mods for help with your ability regen when picking up orbs of power. You could also run Scavenger mods to pick up additional ammunition when picking up ammo bricks. For your chest armor, run a Concussive Dampener to help reduce incoming damage from the boss's explosive attacks. Also run either an Arc Resist mod because incoming arc damage is increased by 25%, or a Sniper Resist mod because there will be snipers throughout the whole GM. For gauntlets, run any mods that boost your abilities or create orbs of power. Finally, for the helmet, I suggest you have a heavy ammo finder mod on along with some ashes to assets to get a super back on the grenade kills. These are the loadouts that we used. Either copy them or use them to make your own designs. You do not need the same loadouts, subclasses or characters that we have to complete this GM. With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Once you spawn in, run straight to the left side. You can skip all the ads here in this area by following the left side wall. Halfway through, equip your Sparrows to get to the back as quickly as possible. There will be an overload at the back that you can stop to kill to get an extra revive. Up next, you will be in an enclosed area surrounded by Fallen and Hive. At the back will be a barrier, so focus on the Fallen around you first and then the Hive around the barrier. Use the pillars and the boxes for cover and spread out. The enclosed space combined with a champion's explosive attacks can easily wipe the whole team. Among the ads will be some thralls, so have one person focus on them whilst the other two focus on the barrier. Proceed forward into the next room and go to the left doorway. There will be a wizard that you need to take out first so it doesn't poison the hallway you are standing in. On the right side stairs will be an overload, but as soon as you approach it, a group of thrall will spawn on the left side where the wizard was. Take them out first, followed by the overload and any remaining ads. Push up the stairs and in front of you will be a barrier champion. Use the elevation to block his shots to safely take it out, and then you can use a walkway on your left to begin dispatching the remaining ads. I suggest you get rid of the snipers on the back walkway, followed by the Hive in the middle. There is a large box here with plenty of cover around it, so utilize it. The ads are all grouped up so grenades and tethers make short work of them. Among the fallen ads will be an overload, but you can leave it for last because once it is on its own, it is less of a threat. Once done, this room can be tricky to complete, so you have two strategies that you can use: the back walkway or the train area. The first strategy involves you using the walkway by the exit to clear the room. It has perfect height advantage and you can use the container on the left for cover. However, once the encounter starts, some dregs will spawn to your right on the walkway and occasionally some marauders can jump up onto the right side too. As you can see, we are combining our supers and we are not struggling with any of the ads. Now you will be facing multiple waves. The first will include dregs, vandal snipers on the middle walkway and an overload. You can leave a champ for last once the rest of the ads are dead. The second wave will include shanks and more dregs. Killing the overload as the last target will complete the first security measure. The second strategy that you can use is the train area, which is a lot safer but will take longer. For this area you can simply stay in the crater below or on top of the trains. If you crouch, the ads shouldn't be able to hit you. For the second part of a security measure, you will have a mixture of Fallen and Hive. The Hive will spawn right in front of you, whilst the Fallen will be at the back. Among the Hive will also be a barrier champion, so save your supers for that when it spawns in. After clearing most of the ads, another wave of Fallen will spawn at the back and will eventually rush you. Clearing them will spawn in shank reinforcements, and once done will complete the second security measure. Onto the third security measure, which includes a starting wave of Fallen ads including an overload. Killing but a few of the ads will spawn in a second overload. Among them will be Vandal snipers on a middle walkway, along with plenty of marauders which can rush you within punching distance. Using a super like Sentinel Shield helps to block their attacks and blinds them, giving you time to clear them out. At any point, if you get overwhelmed, you can fall back to the left side wall between the derailed train and use that for cover to catch some respite. Clear the Marauders, then the Snipers, and finally the 2 Overloads. Once done, push up until you reach the small room. At the back will be an overload with snipers around it. The close proximity of the snipers means they can one-shot you, so use the left cover and peek around it. Up next will be the Walker room. Start off by sitting in the entrance and focus firing the group of adds in the building in front of you. There will be a barrier as well as snipers, so super the barrier and have 1 or 2 people focus on that whilst the other person deals with the snipers above it. At the far back right corner from where you are will be more snipers, so don't stay still. Keep moving back and forth to avoid their shots until you're ready to take them out. Once done, turn your attention to the left building and use the high ground to dispose of all the adds on that flank. Double check that there aren't any left so they don't shoot you in the back. Now for the strategy, it is all about isolating the Walker. You could focus fire on the Walker first and kill it before anything else, but then you'll be leaving your sides exposed. I suggest you kill the right side brick first. The Walker will be shooting at you, so pay attention to the laser sight. You can use a building for cover to block its shots. Once the brick is down, there should be an overload around it. Whilst you are here, you might as well get rid of it before it retreats to the middle and gets protected from the barrier. You can also take out the barrier in the middle next, or leave it for later. Then run over to the left side and use the lower ground to block the Walker shots whilst focusing on the last brick. Getting rid of it will open this whole area up for you. Now you can focus on the Walker, jump up onto the top of the building and then begin firing at it. Don't stay too close to the edge because it will protect you from the Walker shots. However, if you are too close, the blast radius can still reach you. As a team, focus fire on one leg at a time and then the Walker's neck. At some point, a fallen ship will appear above it carrying reinforcements. Just jump off the building and wait until it leaves. Jump back up top and finish killing the Walker, followed by any snipers around it. This will allow you to clear up the remaining adds, but before you do so, right underneath the building is a bridge. Clear it out of all the Marauders so they don't sneak up behind you. Then rotate to the left side and use these containers for cover to dispose of the adds in the middle of the room. Among them will be 2 Overloads and a buried champion from earlier on that would have been next to the first brig. If you killed it earlier, then that's fine, otherwise you'll need to kill it here before switching to the 2 Overloads. When middle is clear, you can use the left side wall and hill for cover to dispose of the rest of the adds at the back, including another Overload. You are now in the boss room. As soon as the door opens, rotate to the left side room for cover. You'll be using this room for the vast majority of a GM. Use the doorway and windows for cover to clear the adds and block the shots. Among them will be 2 Overloads, but you can leave them for last. From here, damage the boss, and once he reaches half health, fall back. You'll want to deal the adds first. Sometimes they will be hiding in the hallway to your left and below the floor. Behind you are some stairs that lead underneath, but if you stay clear of the stairs, then the adds will stay down below and won't bother you. Now the adds will consist of Dregs, Vandals, Marauders, Shanks, and Resilient Captains. If you stay in the room, they will keep the distance. Occasionally a Resilient Captain will get close enough to rush you inside the room, so keep an eye out for them. When the boss gets close to losing a full bar of health, it will regain a shield and some servitors will spawn in. Take out all the servitors on the right side, but leave 1 alive on the left. The last one on the left cannot shoot you, and the reason you leave it alive is to fall back and get rid of the Shanks. They will occasionally spawn in each time you take out the servitors, so it's best to pause and get rid of them. Continue to damage the boss some more until the next wave of adds spawn in. This time they will contain a couple of yellow health bar adds. Among them will also be Marauders, so take your time clearing them out. Take out the adds, damage the boss, take out the adds, rinse and repeat. Halfway through the boss's health, more adds including 2 Overloads will spawn in. Let them rush your position and take the adds out first, followed by the Overloads. They are the last 2 you need for Platinum. Make sure all the adds are cleared and again leave 1 of the servitors alive to first deal with the Shanks. Once done, focus fire on the boss and throw everything you have at it. If you need to, damage it by half and fall back to the room to deal with any remaining adds, or otherwise kill it before the adds reach you. And there you have it, that's how you complete the Devil's Lair on Grandmaster difficulty. If you have found the guide to be helpful, then please like, share and post a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more Destiny 2 guides. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.